racing on the ragged edge. Doing whatever it takes to taste victory. Winning is all that matters. Put this formula for success in motion over a grueling 8-month odyssey, hoping to achieve the ultimate prize on water, where only the world's most skilled and technically advanced and talented drivers and crews participate. And if you accomplish your goal, only then you have earned the right to be called World Champion in the UIM Formula One H2O World Championship Series. Hello everyone, I'm your host Steve Michael, and you know the excitement still lingers over the just completed 2010 campaign less than 3 months ago. And the driver's title all came down to the final few dramatic laps in its closing Grand Prix of the season to determine who would be crowned World Champion. Only 2 drivers were still in the hunt at the race start in Sharjah last December, both ex-world champions and both dedicated in their desire to prevail. 2007 world title holder Sami Seljo of Finland had outqualified the man he was chasing in the championship, Qatar's Jay Price. The American Price put on a spectacular show, driving with his ultimate skill, racing and teetering on the edge of disaster more than once in order to catch up to Seljo while trying to find a way past. But the 2008 world champion would run out of luck and run out of time, and the skillful Seljo stayed out in front, finishing second at the checkered flag, giving the Mad Croc team their second title in the last 4 years and placing this driver from Helsinki in a very select group of company in the history of the sport, being one of the few that can call himself a multi-time world champion. And now, as we focus on the start of a new season, 2011 will mark the beginning of the 4th decade in the history of Formula One. The kickoff of a new calendar was a 2-day event as part of the UIM Gala Awards Dinner being held in the Principality of Monaco with the international media, event promoters, and VIPs in attendance for the official Gala Awards Dinner. And topping off the evening was the announcement of the 2010 UIM Formula One H2O 2-time champion Sami Seljo of Helsinki, Finland. And now, let's hear from the man who for many years has been the driving force and continues to expand this sport on water, the 19-year promoter of the UIM Formula One H2O Series, Nicolo de San Germano.
Dear friend of powerboating, welcome to Monte Carlo, but especially welcome to the 4th decade of Formula One World Championship. We are entering this year in our 4th decade, and we are thrilled and excited for the quality of calendar we have. We have new venue, we have the traditional venue, but we are very, very pleased to include this year Kazan, the capital of beautiful Tatarstan, and the Kyiv region in Ukraine. Stay with us all the season, and I guarantee you will have a lot of thrill and excitement.
So, with the victory, the now 2-time world champion Seljo has returned, looking to be the first driver in 7 years to repeat with back-to-back titles. It won't be easy, however, as this year he'll have the competition for the crown from the drivers of 9 different nations, all vying for a title. Sami will have a new teammate this time around as rookie runner-up of the year last year. Davide Padovan comes over from the Rainbow team with a lot of promise and can only get better with Sami's help. And Sami, tell us a little bit about your new teammate.
He's not a rookie that way like Alex was, because he has now 1 season behind him, but I think the program with him will be exactly the same with Alex. We give the good stuff. We will try to teach him and help him to do the really great results, and I'm really waiting that we can fight together with the good positions.
And Sami, who are the drivers to beat in 2011?
I think several guys there now. Alex, of course, is there. Jay, And Abu Dhabi team is strong there. Jonas will get a new boat later of the year. There's plenty of guys now, and I think competition in the top getting more and more difficult each year. And I think especially this year will be very interesting.
Team Abu Dhabi has won more team titles than any other organization since 2000 and comes into the season once again with their strong lineup of two local drivers in Thaniel Quimsey and Ahmed Al-Hamli. Once again led by team manager Scott Gilman, a four-time world champion. He is looking to steer one of his two young drivers to their first title. Ahmed, the native from Abu Dhabi, won 2 races a year ago at the opening round in Portugal and again at the season ender in Sharjah. Despite having 4 straight failures to finish in mid-season, can he get the consistency needed for a title this time around?
2011 is going to be same for me. I have bad luck this season. I have to make it better next season. Keep fighting, keep winning to the end and win the championship.
Donnie, on the other hand, despite earning 3 podiums and finishing every race last season, hasn't won a race surprisingly in almost 2 years. Can he change his luck around this time, doing something special in 2011?
This year I have a problem with the boat. Maybe next year I have a Baba boat, I try it. I like this boat. Maybe next year I go fight for a championship.
The Qatar team was knocking on the door to both the Team of the Drivers' Championships a year ago, and this time around has taken a giant step in improving its chances at both in 2011 by adding Rookie of the Year and third-place finisher in the Drivers' Championship, Alex Carella of Italy, to team up with the American Jay Price. This multinational crew is focused for success this season. For Jay, leading the championship going into the last round and then losing the title was a tough pill to swallow. How will he approach the new season after winning a pair of victories a year ago?
We got big plans for 2011. Team Qatar has some big secrets we're pulling out for the 2011 season. You'll have to stay tuned to see our plans.
But a 25-year-old Carella, he leaves Sami Celio to join another ex-world champion, looking for a second career win in the process to go along with his 4 podiums in his first season in Formula One. The lovely setting that is the enclave of the Principality of Monaco was the exotic stopping off point where members of the international press and VIPs came to soak up the atmosphere and get ready for the start of the new season. Series promoter Nicola de San Germano introduced the upcoming calendar, which should make 2011 a memorable year. The CTIC China team comes into this season with more determination and focus than any time before. Returning with the same 2 driver lineup that both finished up in the top 10 in the standings a year ago, combined with their huge numbers of dedicated fans that follow their footsteps throughout the world. Both drivers, Pierre Lundin and Philippe Shep, have an opportunity to capture their first Formula One victories this time around. For the Swedish driver Lundin, 7th place in the championship on a strength of 1 podium and 3 top 5s in 6 top 10s boost him in what he hopes will be a breakout season this time around. Does it make it any easier being with a team you are already now familiar with personnel-wise?
We have some new stuff going on, and I'm looking forward for next year.
His teammate Shep was 8th in 2010, and his 2nd place at his team's home Grand Prix in China was the crown jewel of his season as he tied his career best with a runner-up position in the race. Now the focus will be on for wins. Can he reach the goal this time around?
For me, next year, it's important to podium all the race, maybe podium for the World Championship.
The Italian-based Singa team is beginning its 16th season, and for the Milan-based Francesco Catando, it's one of great anticipation, bridled with controlled enthusiasm and quiet confidence that makes up this organization. Francesco is one of the elder statesmen in Formula One, a 3-time runner-up looking for his first title and hopefully knowing that last year was a breakthrough season, snapping his 44-race losing streak by winning in Shenzhen, China for his 12th career victory. He led the championship with just 3 races to go last year, only to crash out and fail to finish any race at the end of the season. He has had the whole winter to turn the momentum around. Let's see if 2011 is going to be Francesco Catando's year. Team Sweden may be one of the most exciting organizations to watch this season, with talented lead driver Jonas Andersson of Sweden, who had 4 career victories to his credit and 17 top 5 finishes in his 44 career starts for this 2-time Formula 2 champion. Jonas, how confident are you of this new season?
For sure, I hope it's going to be a better season than this season. This is my worst season until now, so I hope to get a good start already in Qatar.
Joining Jonas will be the flashy newcomer Sean Torrente out of Miami, Florida, as the defending 2-time North American champion. Has proven throughout his career he can win in every category he's competed in as he rises through the ranks. He will be a wild card in the championship this season. The race weekend isn't all about Formula One. The F4S class has become part of the weekend's entertainment, with drivers from throughout the world getting an early start in their careers to climb into Formula One. Here's my partner, Jonathan Jones, to explain.
For the 2010 World Formula One Championship, Niccolo De San Germano, the promoter, has introduced a new class of boat. It's called Formula 4, and it's to bring new young drivers and nurture them for Formula One champions, hopefully, of the future. Let's take a look at the boats and see exactly what they're like and how they compare to a Formula One boat. This is the boat of the current championship leader, Oscar Samuelsson, who comes from Sweden. The boat itself has been designed by Molgard, a Danish boat builder. Let's take a look inside the boat and see exactly how it works. So from the inside, the boat really doesn't look or feel any different to a Formula One boat. Basically, you're sitting in a cockpit, you're strapped in with a 5-point harness, you've got a canopy that drops down on top of you, you're protected by a similar cockpit to a Formula One boat. The driving position is a little bit different. The boat is obviously that much shorter. You've got a foot throttle and trim buttons on the wheel to move the engine in and out on the back of the boat. There's a lot of skill involved in driving these boats. Because there's so little horsepower coming from the engine, the boat has to be driven at the maximum at all times. So a lot of skill is actually involved in getting the boat around the circuit. So there you have a preview of the Formula 4 Championship as it is today. It's exactly how I started in powerboat racing many years ago. And we have Oscar, who's actually leading the championship at the moment and could be a World Formula 1 champion of the future. Maybe.
The Formula Atlantic team will be headed for another season by veteran Portuguese driver Duarte Benavente, who is starting his 12th season and is 2 races shy of reaching his 100th career start. He struggled with consistency last year, finishing just half the races, and looks forward to improving this year after a hard winter of preparing for the new calendar.
Well, 2011 I will be with my team racing the full season. Me and Philippe Tour in the Formula 1 Atlantic team. We will do some improvements in the boat for next year, and we try to do a better championship than this year.
Joining Duarte will be longtime French Formula 2 driver Philippe Tour, who joined last season at the halfway mark and improved steadily as the races went on. Can he improve and do even better this time around?
I think I continue with Duarte 1 year more. On the perhaps I change the boat. I must speak with some people. I am in a good team, and with Duarte is very good, so I am very happy to be here.
Norwegian woman driver Marit Stromoy moves over to Team Nautica this season, joining veteran Italian Ronaldo Ascolati. And for Ronaldo, he's looking this year for more consistency and earning points, something he failed to do a season ago. Well, for me, this year was a transitional year. I organized the team, and I was working on the engine and the propellers as well. I think for next year, in 2011, we'll have much better materials, and hopefully I can improve my driving skill and do very good in the championship and get some results. This is something I didn't get a chance to do this year. For Mara, she greatly improved in 2010, finishing no lower than 8th when crossing the finish line, while at the same time setting a record qualifying 6th best in China late in the season. Is this the year she makes an even bigger impression for this talented entertainer from Oslo?
Well, the season starts early already in March, and it's not a long time to make a good plan. But we are definitely racing, and where, I don't know at the moment, but for sure it's going to be a good team and a good setup. Maybe I'll start off the season in a boat similar to this one because, as I said, it's a very short time, but we'll see. It's going to be a lot of work now and a lot of meetings until the season starts. So.
The opening round of the start of the fourth decade of the UIM Formula 1 H2O World Championship Racing begins on the weekend of the 4th and 5th of March